we will see how to create last mile route optimization. For last mile route optimization, we require the information like customer, facility, product, the orders, different information about the order, the time window for each customer, the inventory policies, vehicle fleet, processing, labor cost, business hours. We need all this information to we can get start with the example. If we can load any one example, we can see like what are the different information we need to fill properly in order to run the last mile route optimization. Like this is important table where we can select order, customer, which DC is preferred for this, then what is order date, promise date, earliest latest time we can deliver, what is the typically service time we required in order to deliver the orders to the customer, the quantity in the pallet, different packages, and what is the revenue we are getting out of this. So we can define multiple things, like we can define the fleet for each DC. Different type of the vehicles are there which we can define in the vehicle tables, where we can define the capacity in different orders, like maximum distance or a max order size it can carry. And in transportation policy, we can just add different transportation policy for different vehicle between source and destination pair, like this. Processing is like the loading and unloading at the DC. Then we have the labor cost, then we have the business hours. Each DC will start operating at specific time and then close at specific time. And we have the other functional tables like groups and the units. So once you load the table, we have the plenty of the different constraints, like around 32 constraints, where you can use any of them like in order to match the operational complexity. So we have the multiple constraints like weight capacity, maximum order per route, delivery time window like service time, maximum route duration. Then there are more like driver break rules, so we can add it. We can add the zone restrictions, we can do the route balancing. Then we have the max late deliveries, order DC order eligibility, order vehicle eligibility, inventory check. So we have a lot of different that we can add as per our requirement. Like we can avoid minimize the left turn if we want to minimize the right turn, so that is also the thing we can do. And if we have the information in the order management system, then we can easily create a model by connecting the order management system information, and Meridian will create a model for you. So we can see NX created the model for us based on the information that we shared. We can review it and we can load into the existing project, or we can download it, we can save it to the cloud. Even non-technical person can create a model and run the model. So we can see on the map the different customers, the DCs. On optimization page, like we can select whether we want to minimize the total cost or minimize the total minimum time, and select the different algorithms. So different algorithm perform differently, so we can compare them as well by running same model with different one, and on the complexity and the time requirement we can use the appropriate algorithm. So let's run using ALN. So we can see we had 28 orders, we served 28 orders. Our total time is like 33 hours. Travel time out of this is 10 hours. 4 hours is service time, and 18 hour itself is idle time, so which is very huge. On time orders we deliver 96%, one order is delivered late. So we can see all the details in the KPI and in the table itself. Like we have the proper schedule, like for each route from each DC, what are the which order we need to deliver to which customer, what is the next destination. So we have all the detailed information for the scheduling, all the delivery information, the sheet that we can share with the drivers in order to deliver the orders to the customers. We have the 6 different routes, different vehicle type that we use, how many stops per route, then the distance, the duration, so utilization, everything we can see. Then we have the fleet size, how many fleet we used, of which type, from which DC, then stops, and if we drop in order it will see here. We can visualize the routes on the map, like we can select any particular route and we can see the stop 1 and 2, we can select a different route and see them on actual map using the actual road distance, not the straight line distance. And even we have the Gantt chart, so for each route we can visualize like when we need to start, what is idle time, what is like my travel time. So all the information we can see using the Gantt chart. Thank you.
That's Optimeridian. Purpose-built for supply chain. One platform, every decision. From fragmented data to a decision you can act on in days, not months.